Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you'd seen my previous few videos, you will know I'm piecing together a postcard travel journal for my friend's trip to Italy in 2022. In our last video, we pieced together this page for Rome where my friend had lost her passport and then she had to travel there from Florence to Rome in order to get that sorted. Today we are going to be focusing on her intentional trip to Rome, in which she did a lot of sightseeing. And as I think we all know, Rome is quite the place for sightseeing. There's lots to do, lots to see. So we're going to try to incorporate as much as we can into today's spread. And I'm actually really excited for what I have, the idea I have in mind for this. So I've taken the postcard and that's what it's going to look like. I also have picked this stuff out for Rome. We've got some bookmarks. Oh no, actually this is a calendar, sorry, from when I went in 2019. I picked up this really, I don't have it on me now, but these are the places from that calendar that she visited. I've got a few stickers that I've picked out, some brochures that we can cut out and things along those lines. So what I've decided is to start with these. I'm actually really excited, like I said, to piece together my vision. So I found these folder dividers in my stash and I was so glad that there was 3. I would have preferred 4, so I could have also used this Trevi Fountain one, but that's okay. 3 is good. We've got the Pantheon, we have the Spanish Steps, and we also have the Forum. So what I want to do is use these file folders and create a staggered effect on this page. And you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? Let's start and we can go from there. So what I've decided is I think I'm going to glue that like that. Then I'm going to have this glued there like that. And they're going to look like staggered. And I'm going to not keep them aligned in the sense that I'm not going to cover the whole photo and make them dividers like that, but instead have a little bit of a peekaboo moment and you can still flip between the pages. And what I want to do is cut these down first. Yes, okay. So let's cut these to size. So the postcard is about 12 centimeters with top to the bottom. So let's go from here to here. No, I want to go lower. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so note to self. You can't draw and rub out on these. So let's go a little bit lower. Like that. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and cut this. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but it'll turn out fine. Line it up on our mats and let's, do I take off a bit more than I need to? Yeah, let's just, yeah, we're gonna go here. That looks straight, hopefully. I also need to sharpen this blade, but for now it will be okay. So that's where we need it to be on there. And then just to measure it up using the actual postcard. So what I do when I watch these videos is I watch them in 2x speed, which gives me an inaccurate understanding of how long it really takes to piece things together. Not that I know what happens in that time frame, but I always compare myself to the videos, and I'm like, but it takes me so long to piece together an idea and then to execute the idea. But that's because I watch everything in 2x speed. Okay, so, okay, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And now that we've cut the first one, we can use this as a guide to cut the additional ones. So we want the Spanish steps again from there to about, on the top and the bottom. So we'll go like that and like that. Okay, and then for the Roman Forum, we'll go, I think, a little bit higher. I don't really want, how much of the sky is peeking through in the other ones? Only a little bit, so let's go right there. Go 1 and 2. Okay, I'm excited. We will chop this, line it up, 1 and 2, make sure it's a clean cut, flip it around, one, 2, 3. And then for the Spanish steps, we will cut along here, 1, 2, and then we'll cut along the fountain. And I will keep these calendar pieces at the bottom because I think not only are they cute, but they say them in Italian. So I can use that, maybe not for this journal, but for future ones. All looking so cute. All right, from here, got these aged file dividers, folder dividers, and we're going to use those and line them up. Actually, we're starting with the Pantheon. So if I put the Pantheon like that, I just want to make sure I get the spacing correct. And then we had the Spanish steps. And these, I think, need to be aligned like that. Oh, actually, I'm glad I remembered that because I need to measure one other thing. And then there's not enough for the forum, but I think that's going to be the same either way. Okay, so some measurements that we need to take, and I'm glad I've just remembered this, is we need to know how far in these hole punches go, because that's going to be the excess on this side. So I think it's like 1.5, which is a safe amount. I'm just going to try to change these and see if I like that any better. I feel like there's some math involved here that I'm not considering. Actually, no, I think they all need to be in line. Yes, that makes more sense. They need to be in line like that. Again, Hades saying hi to everyone. 1, 2, and 3. That needs to go there. Okay. Okay, that looks nice. So let's do some markings. Let's go 1. But for this one, okay, yeah, this is all making sense to me. So how much of this is on show? To 2.5 inches. I mean 2.5 centimeters, which is 1 inch. Okay, so the goal is 1 inch to be showing. So 1 inch plus, okay, so on this side, I need to add an additional 1.5 centimeters. As you can see, guys, I'm just eyeballing, or do I want to? No, we're going to do an extra 2. So that's the size of of the card plus an extra 2, which is here. So that's where I'm going to cut this line right there. Okay, so then from here, we have 1 inch is showing. So if 1 inch is showing, I think I need to add this to it, which is how many centimeters? Which is 8 centimeters. Is that right? You know what we'll do? Before we get into those, maybe if I have this one prepared, I'll understand the rest. Let's line this up here and go like that. Then we have 2 centimeters from this line, which is here. And then if we line them up like this, they should meet. And that's what we need to cut off. We're going for it, but what we need to do before we go for it, sorry, I have to hype myself up and affirm that I'm doing it correctly. And does that seem right? That's straight as per my board, but it's not straight. If I put that there. Okay. And the thing is, I only have 3 of these naturally aged file folders, like I said earlier, so getting this correct feels a little nerve-wracking. 1, 2, perfect. One, 2. Okay, that's looking cute. Let's rub out our pencil marks. And I think that means this can go there. But before, as you all know, I'm notorious for getting to ink things. So just using vintage photo, let's just age this a little bit. Around the tab. That looks really cute. And just to get rid of the white edges, let's go ahead and do the card too. Okay, go ahead, pick off the glue glob, and then we're just going to do a light layer, which is what I always feel like I say, and then I get super out of hand. Out of hand? Yes. So spread this as thinly as we can without neglecting anything. Okay, and then line it up as best as we can. We're going to do it with the bottom, I think. And just down here, the slightest bit. when I usually craft, like when I'm not filming a video, it's headphones in, watching a podcast, listening to a podcast, listening to music, watching YouTube, get some inspiration. I'm not very used to talking through the process, but I do enjoy it. I just hope that you guys find it interesting, enjoyable, informative, entertaining, all of the above, ideally. I do enjoy watching the YouTubers that craft, like Pretty Pink Cottage, Carla Frizzell, Gail Augustinelli, just to name a few. From here, we line it up and we do the hole punch, which I'm nervous about. And we go 1, 2. So that's going to sit there. Number 1, we're going to go ahead and make the other ones for this. Again, I think perhaps being mindful of the others, but also focusing on them as separate pieces is also a good idea. So we want 1 inch to show. Wow, I eyeballed that really good, but I bet the top's a little off. Actually pretty good. So we want it to kind of sit there, and I think I need to mark where that is because we need up until there. 1 and 2. Like that. Just some light lines as some basic guides, and then we'll draw them in. All right, I feel better about this. Like I said, I think needing to do 1 to begin with, just to get an understanding, was a great idea. 1, 2. Perfect. Now do the line down. 1, 2, and then across again on the biggest sizing and pull. 1 and 2. Perfect. So that one's going to sit over there. We're going to go ahead and ink these pieces up and glue it down. I might talk over it, I might speed it up. We'll just see how we go in terms of the length of this video. And now we'll glue it down. That is going to spread so bad. And then stagger like that. Oh, that is so cute. Okay. My vision is coming to life and this is exciting. So we'll go 1 and 2. So it's going to sit in the book so far like that. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. And I've inked both sides, yes. And then there's room for journaling for her. There's room for journaling here. I might even go ahead and add some decorative elements. And now we need like that. So they're stepped without obstructing too much. I only wanted a gradual decline, but you could have gone sharper with it if you preferred. Now to determine an inch. Yep, an inch. An inch. Then we need to make sure that these holes are aligning as straight as possible. And then we need to just draw around it. Like that. Okay. Connect the lines. I might even just go ahead and use the scalpel. This is not a scalpel, an X-Acto knife. Like that. Pull, line this up. And line this up. What would be beneficial is if you guys told me what type of videos you like. Do you like the relatively unedited ones and like just real time? Even if I'm not talking the whole time, you can see the process and see that it's truly trial and error. Or do you prefer other videos where I do speed up things that are repetitive? Where's my ink blotter? Here we go. Yeah, where I'm speeding things up that are repetitive, so the videos are shorter. I know I prefer like 40 minutes to an hour in terms of my videos, like watching people. Maybe I'll aim for 40, like as my maximum, and depending on how the process kind of develops, if it goes over, I'll edit it so I can keep it to that 40-minute time slot. 45 minutes. It reminds me of school, where it was like, you have a 1,000 word count, and I'd be like, but I'm gonna do 1,500 because I have lots to say and you're gonna listen, which is pretentious. So that's why 45 minutes. I won't take your entire afternoon. And if we paste that right there, that's literally perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And like I said, these allow for decoration, they allow for journaling, and that small staggered approach is exactly what I was aiming for. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Some bells outside. I'm always happy to take requests too. And then we're going to go ahead and hole punch this. This come together a lot easier than I thought when I first started, and math and measurements came into play. I got a bit nervous. I was like, how am I going to piece this together? I'm going to quickly ink this edge. Like that. Okay, and these three are going to sit there like that. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, I did a really good job. Okay, now on this side, I'm hoping, oh, will that fit? I'm really hoping I can use one of these pieces. No, it's just that little bit too short. Maybe this one? Oh, that will fit. So that way it can match. I think that's just gonna fit. truly just. Okay, beautiful. Oh, that excites me. Okay, so we're going to use a different portion of the same file folder. Is this in frame? Yes. Wow, we've been going for 36 minutes, friends. Unless I cut it, which at this rate it's looking like I will. Like that. And it's not going to matter which way I paste it, as long as it's all covered. I'm sorry if my head just got in the way, but this is serious business here. If I turn it over, I think we just make it. And now I think I'm gonna, I prefer an X-Acto knife, but I think I'm gonna try scissors. I don't know when I developed an aversion to scissors, but that has since been the case. Okay, so that's a piece I can use for something else. Oh, cutting the actual postcard, friends. Like that. 1, 2. Okay, just flatten it down a little bit because it's starting to curl. Go ahead and grab our hole punch. 1, 2. Like this. Hades is talking to the neighbor's dogs apparently. Ooh, like that. And then on this edge one more time. Okay. So for the time being, it's looking, there's a lot of moving parts on this one. Just making sure that's cut clean. Yeah. Okay. So like that and like that. Oh guys, it's looking really nicely. Okay, hi all. Nail color change. It is a few weeks in the future and I'm reviewing the footage for this spread, and I realized I didn't do a final sign off or review of what we accomplished. So we did this really fun layered flip page for Rome. I'm going to do the decorating of this page off camera and you will see it in the final flip through, which should be coming up relatively soon. Thank you so much for staying around and watching this series. I really hope you guys are enjoying it. Please like, comment and subscribe if so. It really does help the channel, and I hope you all are doing super well. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.